stay left, please.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you.
Very nice, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, guys. We just made it onto the ship. We're actually, I don't know if you guys can see, this is where we came in. And let me do a quick view. This is where we are. You have to see this in person. Just real quick, just because we just got on the ship, Sami decided to go to guest services to see if we can get our bands activated.
Yes,
All
these
right.
wild bands are reusable, so we got them on our last cruise on Utopia, and we wanted to activate them here because you can use it as your CPAS card.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's just us doing all of our prep work to make sure that the trip is as smooth as possible. But anyway, I don't want to waste time talking about that. What we're going to do next?
We're going to go find our muster station to check in, and then we can go ahead and start exploring the ship.
Exactly, exactly. And believe me, it's a lot of ship to explore.
Yes.
I mean, this is amazing. But anyway, we are going to take our time and really go through this ship in detail. But we want to make sure that we are ready to go.
Yes.
And we don't have to worry about anything else.
Right.
Now, as for me, you guys are not going to see me very often. I'm actually working right now. So I need to find a place to sit, log into my computer, answer some emails, so on and so forth. But until then, you guys have me. So, what's the drill station? Where's
Oh,
that?
I see C1, so we should be close because ours is C2.
Okay. Hey guys, look at Sorrento's.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is massive. Yeah, we spent a lot of time here. They're gonna see me real soon for sure.
Here's our muster station.
Muster station is right up ahead. Alright, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get that done.
Hi. Yes, C2.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Did I watch my video? Oh, okay. Hold on. The other one is,
8186. What are we?
yeah, that's for him. And this is me.
Thank you so much. In case of emergency, this is your master station.
Yes.
So you leave the 7 front and 1 long glasses and proceed.
Yes. All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank
right,
you.
thank you. All right.
right.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right, awesome.
All right.
So we got that done. Now what?
We're just gonna walk the ship. The ship is new to both of us, so it's gonna be fun just trying to figure out where everything is
Okay.
and just seeing it all.
Right, exactly. Okay. Well then let's do that. Which way should we go?
All right, so let's just go straight back down there again and see where it takes us. We can go around the Pearl and go to the Pearl Cafe.
Okay, let's go
Yeah.
check that out real quick. We actually had a McDonald's coffee coming there. We had to wake up so early. But I am ready for a real premium type of coffee right now. So we're gonna head to, where's this place called?
The Pearl Cafe, right behind the Pearl. It's right behind the Pearl.
Oh my God.
These are the murals they were painting.
And for those of you that don't know, this is a Starbucks station, but it is not free. It's not complimentary, so keep that in mind.
Oh.
We're headed towards the free coffee, which is just as good.
So
Check
we
this
have
out.
to walk
guys.
up. Oh, nice.
How nice is that? And it always draws a crowd. As you can see, people kind of lined up to see if they can take a picture behind that star sign. A few oblivious people coming down, which is kind of cool.
We'll come in a little later for it.
Super nice. Yeah, our plan is to kind of just walk the ship right now, get a couple drinks, and we'll work our way here eventually. But this is really cool. You guys have to see it in person. We're actually in the Pearl right now. Kind of cool. Just looking down.
And there's like sound coming from it as well, like ocean sounds as well.
One sounds like, want to sound like a wave or something.
Yeah.
But you can actually feel kind of a vibration as well. Kind of cool. So nice. All right. Pearl Cafe, it's about time. This is an awesome venue. Take a look.
Hi. Am I able to get like a shaken espresso?
It's gonna be for us it's like an espresso all nice only. Second espresso is gonna be
It's
available
on there.
only in Starbucks.
Okay. Let me get a caramel frappuccino. Yeah. So we just made it out here. We are on our way to the Windjammer because the Aquadome market that we wanted to try is actually closed right now. So we're gonna see what they have at the Windjammer. It is about 12:20, so hopefully it's not too packed, but I have a feeling it just might be. But we're walking through where is this? We're on deck 15 right now, and this is where Sprinkles is located. Okay. Oh, wow. This is nice. Where you want to go? I didn't know. Wow. Look at all those hot tubs. Those champagne glasses are hot tubs. A lot of seating. That's a pool over there too.
Yes.
Right there.
Wait a minute. Is that a full pool or
It says
like
pool.
a spa pool? Okay. Definitely
But
have
I
to take a look
don't
at that. Yeah.
I like these little sitting thingies.
Which ones?
These little cubbies that look like
Oh yeah. Those are nice. Those are nice. You know, one really good thing about the ship, I mean, we've only been on it for like 30 minutes. Is not only the flow of it, but just how many different areas they have.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's nice. If you want a private little area to sit and hang out and chill, whatever,
Yeah.
you will definitely find it on this ship.
And I'm also noticing that with the seating areas, they're giving you little tables to actually, with a pair of chairs as well, which is nice.
Right.
Like a conversational.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
normally you don't see that.
I agree.
Okay.
All right, Notorious Windjammer, baby. Here I come. Show you what's up.
Yep, it should be interesting. Let's see.
I've arrived. Let's go. Oh, no washy guy.
So we made it to the Windjammer, and needless to say, it is quite busy, which is to be expected on boarding day. But today, we came a little bit later than we normally do, so we definitely found the crowd here. And unfortunately, Aquadome Market was not open. So anyways, I got some steak, and they still have lobster. They have a whole seafood bar. What's really nice on this ship is I noticed that towards the back of the Windjammer, there's a full, complete gluten-free station, which is nice as well. So for those who are gluten-free sensitive. And there's also an Asian stir-fry station as well too, which is new because I don't remember seeing that on Utopia. So anyway, I got some filet mignon, which they're still serving that. Oh, that's pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Oh, the filet mignon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is,
It literally just
I don't know
melted
if
in
you
my
guys
mouth.
can see that, but that's really nice. That should be. I'm gonna take half of that. Thank you.
Ralph was gonna take half. Oh my goodness.
I got them.
So good.
That is that's pretty tender.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. It's pretty good. Well cooked, seasoned. It's good.
I'm gonna try a little bit of this lobster tail. They have grilled lobster tail and they have chilled. They have calamari, clams, mussels. It's a really good spread. And then there's also an Indian station as well if you're in the mood for Indian curry and rice and all that right now this morning. That's why we really like coming to the Windjammer, is because of the variety, to be honest. But you just have to be prepared, though. On boarding day, that it can get very busy. The lobster tail is very good. It's light, and there's a nice garlic butter sauce that they put on the side for you, if you choose to. So juicy. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see some of the chimichurri sauce on here. I'm gonna enjoy this lunch and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Guys, we made it through Central Park. We're still looking for our room though, which is a funny story, but our stateroom is actually on the other side of Central Park. So on deck 8, the hallways don't go all the way to the other side of the ship, if that makes sense. So we basically had to come back out to the elevator bank, and then now we're walking through Central Park here, which is so pretty. And then we're gonna eventually make it on to the other side, and then we should be able to find our stateroom, because our stateroom is like 8186. But this is very pretty. Look at Park Cafe here. Look at those sitting areas I was telling you about.
That's really cool. That dog right there, I'm not sure if it's male or female.
Yeah. And you see look how you can go down to Royal Promenade from
here?
Central Park.
Oh,
That's
very
a cool
nice.
feature. And it'll bring you right to Pearl Cafe.
Oh, so I actually saw it as we were walking away. Okay, I got it.
There's the trellis bar.
That's really cool.
This is a nice trellis bar. It's big.
So is it always called the trellis bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one looks a little bit bigger though than the other one. There's Chops Grill. Ooh, Izumi and oh, I can't wait to come back. Chops Grill. We're not eating there this time. Izumi Hibachi is always popular. Oh, sweet. Oh, babe, go in. Okay, never mind, I'll go in. Now, ooh, smells nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Still has kind of a.
goodies.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
That's
look
really
at
nice.
that. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Nice ocean view.
That is pretty cool.
Okay, we have not had. Wow. Oh, last ocean view balcony was oh yeah, it was Virgin. But normally we I don't know, Royal, we haven't had an ocean view balcony in a while.
It's been a while. Let's see if we could take advantage of this one.
Yes.
Look at this. Look how cool this is.
Yes.
So wait a minute. They have their own duck?
I guess so.
Okay.
clearly they're promoting the duck hiding, so I love that. But Matthias
is really
will
cool.
definitely like, I don't know, Matthias or Marcellus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. Back
That's
to the
pretty
Future,
cool.
guys.
It's pretty
Yeah, that's cute. Okay.
cool. All right.
Well, the room is really nice.
Yeah.
Smells great and everything in here. I will make sure to do a full detailed room tour though. But
Right.
first impressions is very nice, sleek, you know, contemporary colors. Smells really good.
Yeah, I agree. Smells good, looks good.
Okay.
All right. Good.
So guys, we are currently on the Royal Promenade. Made it from the room and kind of just walked the ship and saw a couple of things. It started raining, so we're getting ready to see if they're going to do sail away. So we're going to walk over to the overlook and see if what is going on with sail away, because it is about 5 o'clock right now. So we want to see what's going on out there. Here we are next to the dueling piano bar.
20 questions, all you and your team need to do is write up
Looks
your
like they are
answer
doing
on your
trivia over here right now.
All right, but before we get started, give it up for your amazing boss staff, the ones that do the pianos.
That's cool. We've been seeing a lot of interesting statues across all over the ship here too. This is interesting, this kid doing a handstand. And that is right out of the dueling piano area. Made it out here to deck 15. We're gonna try to make it over to the overlook. You can see how it's kind of wet out here, but anyway, look at all the chairs and seating that it is available. You have the swim and tonic bar up there. And this is the new hot tub that was added onto Star of the Seas. They did not put it on Icon because they didn't think as far as the weight distribution and the water and all. But when they went back and they looked at Star of the Seas, they were able to add the hot tubs over here. And you can see how huge it is. There's a lot of sitting areas over here, which is really nice. All this area is nice seating. And we have a lime and coconut over here. The lime and coconut bar is 3 levels, which is huge. So although it's not raining right now, it's so humid. Look at all these seating areas. And little tables to go with it. So guys, Sellaway did not occur at 5 o'clock like I anticipated. I forgot that because of the naming ceremony on this sailing, they are leaving later than normal. So with that said, we have not been able to get into Aquadome Market. It has been off limits all day because of the private event. And what's also interesting was that I was planning on going to the naming ceremony because I did receive an email about naming ceremony, wear your cocktail attire. But come to find out, as I was reading the cruise compass that they left here on the desk, it said special reservations only, no, by invite only, and you had to show your label pin. Well, I'm looking around like I did not get a label pin. So needless to say, I asked my stateroom attendant what's up with the label pin because I brought a cocktail dress, which I normally do not bring any fancy dresses or high heels for the cruises. I just like to be chill and, you know, very relaxed. Well, come to find out, I didn't get a label pin. So guess who's not going to the naming ceremony? However, they are going to make it viewable to other people. So they said something about you'll be able to view it on the Royal Promenade area and in the Royal Theater. So anyways, for right now, I am getting ready to go watch one of the shows on board. So we'll see how that goes. Right now they had open play pickleball, so Ralph is finishing up and we'll see if we can meet up and then go from there. All right, guys, I just walked through Central Park and you'll see this guy playing the piano. He plays the piano and you can find him throughout the ship random. He's pretty good. So I am in Surfside right now, heading down to the ice skating rink area, which is called Absolute Zero here on Star of the Seas. And I'm meeting up with Ralph here so that way we can go ahead and watch the show. One thing with Absolute Zero is that you have to walk through the, you have to walk through Playmakers, you'll see. So it's right below Surfside. And then you have to walk through Playmakers Sports Bar and Grill. And you can see all the games and everything here. And already I can see the line. So, and you have to have a reservation. They let the guests in with reservations in first, and then if you don't, then you have to do the whole standby. So I'm leaving Boleros right now. We were hanging out there for a little bit and listening to some Latin music, and then about 10:45, I am tripping on myself. I think we're actually moving. What time is it? Oh, it's a little past 11. Oh, we're finally leaving. I think I told you guys earlier that the ship left Port Canaveral late today because of a naming ceremony. So we literally, I think, just left about 10, 15 minutes ago. Anyways, we were just at Boleros listening to the live music, which is always a trip. I love Boleros. Had a couple of snacks there. We did a lot of things off camera, so I can't remember. And right now they're doing the Millennium Mania, which is a party down here in the promenade. Right here I'm in Surfside, but because it is so loud, they're playing all this music and they're supposed to be doing the ball drop. So the ball drop is supposed to take place at midnight. So we will see if I can make it to midnight. We have been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, and even with that, going off of about 3 to 4 hours of sleep is not that great. So Ralph is tired out. I am as well. So I'm gonna see how much I can do. But as I'm walking through the promenade, let me just show you guys what's going on. So you can see.
All right, everybody, let's count these down and kick this cruise off the right way. Here we go. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
welcome aboard Star of the Seas. Bounce 'em up, bounce 'em up, bounce 'em up, bounce 'em up.
I actually made it to the balloon drop. It is midnight, and now I'm heading back to my room for the night. Ralph already left, so he will watch the recording. Let's show you what's going on. All right, guys, so even though things didn't go as planned with the naming ceremony, it was nice to be able to see it on the promenade area. And enjoy the rest of the night. It's a lot going on. We're gonna turn in for the night. Tomorrow is a sea day, so we will see what tomorrow brings. I am back to the cabin, and that is it. Good morning, guys. Today is day 2 on board the very pretty Star of the Sea. This morning I am up and I'm sitting here up in Pearl Cafe here, having some tea. Let me guys show you what the view is. So this is Pearl Cafe, and it's just a sight. The way Royal Caribbean fixed up the Pearl Cafe and added in so much light to come in, and you can see it's right behind the Pearl. So I'll go ahead and make sure I'll show you guys what all the Pearl Cafe has to offer. It's very nice over here. And we're gonna see what a sea day is like on board the world's largest cruise ship. I have to tell you, so far from what we've seen like last night, you would think with the total capacity, I guess is what, 7,200 or so guests, that it would feel really crowded. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the most crowd you're going to notice is usually on boarding day, when everybody is basically getting on the ship. And if, for example, like if they try to do events on the Royal Promenade, then you'll see large bodies of people at the same time. But once boarding day is done and everyone kind of disperses out, it is clear, like empty. Same thing for if there's not anything going on in the Royal Promenade, it's empty. And all the venues seem to be so much more bigger, so you don't feel like crowded, I should say. So for those of you who are worried about, oh my God, 7,000 people, it's a lot. But the way Royal lays out the ship and the floor plan and make it a point, you will find a place to be. You will not be among a large crowd of people. They are doing morning aerobics here downstairs in the Pearl. It's like a dancing class. This is neat. And the Pearl has come alive this morning. There we go. Very nice. Guys, let's see what's for Windjammer breakfast. Real quick for you. We have the favorites. Oh, fruits. Oh, wow. Look at the display on this pancake here. Off the grill. Salmon, capers. And with the Windjammer, the further to the back that you go, the less crowded it is. So the ship is rocking a lot, so hopefully I am steady with the camera. So if you come to the back, there's a whole omelet station where you can get your omelets made, and they'll do your buzzer with you. So it looks like they'll come and take your order. They'll come and take your order, and then that way you'll go ahead and you can get your fresh omelet made here versus getting one that's already made. So we have our coffee stations again, water, tea, ice, juice. As you can see, the Windjammer is kind of empty. Pretty nice this morning, and it's about 9. So it's not that packed, especially the further in the back that you come. I'm back here on the pool deck, near the back here where base camp is. It is 11:15, and as I said earlier, from my first stroll around, which was nice and empty, but by this time it looks like most people have had their breakfast, and you can see now there's so much people out. compared to when I was out here earlier today. So I'm on my way to the adults only section now that it's 11:15. I did a full walkthrough of all the pools. It's so hot out today, guys. It's like 85. And I rested a little bit and then decided to come back out because I have a feeling that it's supposed to rain today. So let's see if I find a spot here. So guys, I am here over at Hideaway, the adults only section. And boy, what a difference 2 hours makes. It is unbelievable with the pool earlier and now. But that is to be expected on a sea day. Let me show you guys. This is the pool that you guys saw earlier. You can see, like, basically all the beds are taken. A lot of the seating, I mean, except for these tables back here out in the sun. But you can see the pool. These people are not coming out of the pool anytime soon. Even up on top. So they have music playing right now, but it's not too bad. It's not as loud and obnoxious as some people may say. But one thing I would say about Hideaway though is that I totally agree that there is a lack of shade. There needs to be more shade. Like, say for example, with the day beds that's in the water, why couldn't, you know, like you could put a little miniature umbrella or something like that. The same concept as they have at Hideaway over in Cocoa Key. Some of those beds that are in the water has like a netting on top to kind of block you from the sun. Even though I know some people are sun worshipers, but still a little bit more shade would have been nice in this area. But I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and then see, and then probably go ahead and pool hop and see what the vibe is like over at Swim and Tonic. Let me show you guys what they have in the menu over here at Hideaway, the drink menu, and it looks like, I'll show you guys what's going on here. So they have some alcoholic drinks here. And your drinks are roughly $13, $14 in case you don't have the drink package. And you do have a beer and zero proof cocktail section.
It's okay. You got it.
So your beers are gonna run about $8, it looks like. $7.50, $8. And here are your zero proof cocktails. So I'm over here at base camp having some lunch. I did leave Hideaway. It was very hot. I wasn't gonna get into the pool anyway. I just wanted to kind of see what the vibe is like. And you know, adults only section is nice. And the drink that I had is pretty good. So, and light and refreshing. So base camp, as I showed you earlier, was near the miniature golf area, which is right behind Hideaway. So let me show you the area right now. This is around 12 o'clock lunchtime. So when I walked through earlier, you can see, and compared to 2 hours later. So you just basically walk up, place your order. There is no charge. Base camp is now complimentary, so I wanted to try some things here. There's the entrance to the miniature golf right there. You can see some people hanging out. And base camp has its own bar, so if you want something to drink as well. So what I got was a smash burger, even though it looks a little pale. I don't know, so I'm not sure if it's a turkey burger, but it's supposed to be. We'll see when I bite into it. It had some sauteed onions on here and a cheddar cheese. I asked for 4 tater tots, a chicken tender. I would recommend it, especially if you're not into huge seasoning. This will be your jam. The tater tots are pretty simple. There's no salt or pepper added onto it. Your chicken tenders lightly battered, not over fried. So the kids or you will enjoy it. This is good. And the burger is pretty good. So this is a good lunch spot, and I'm glad to hear that it's not being charged, because for the selections that you have here, what were they going to charge you? That's ridiculous. It's definitely not worth it. All right, so swim and tonic, nothing is available. But I would think that would be any pool area when you think about it on a sea day, okay? Except for if you look back up on deck 16, that row up there, completely empty. So next to the Crown's Edge area. But if you're gonna try to be next to the pool or anything like that, and this seems to be the real popular pool. So I am going to keep it moving and see if I can find another area to just hang out for a little bit and cool off. Oh, look at this. The piano guy is still out here playing. Oh, look at this. This is the Royal Bling store. This is the store where they sell like really, really high-end Royal Caribbean, like not merchandise, but like jewelry. So I guess this is the shop. This is the how are you? So if you're a big fan of Royal Caribbean, which I am, but actually that basically looks nice. And that necklace looks nice too. But anyway, so this is a store that you'll come into. Oh, these pendants are nice. Oh, okay. But I think the main one is, this is the one that you always hear about, is if you buy this cup and you get your free drink package for life. This cup right here. But it does cost, what is the price of the chalice again? Is it still 100,000 or? Okay, yes. Thank you. 100,000 to purchase this chalice, and you have your drink package for life on Royal Caribbean. So, here over at the Overlook, will I find a spot? All right, so I made it here to the Overlook. I found a little spot near the bar area, I guess, and we'll see what it is, because all the other pods over here are already taken. So I'm here in this little tiny little corner. There's another person over there working. I'm gonna see if I can save this chair for Ralph. There are pods, if you look up there, like that's a pod that you can sit in, but it looks like someone is already there, but I can see that pod. But there's also 2 seats here. quite nice. Very, very, very nice. So I just came into the Aquadome Market and I am trying out the vegetable pad thai that they have here. And I got it with the, I think it's called a garlic chicken. Was it the garlic chicken? Do you remember?
Sounds about right.
And, yeah, and some spring rolls. So let's give this a try and see. It's kind of plain, but it smells good. So we'll see how the flavors are. It smells like a curry chicken. Tender curry, a very little heat on the back end, but not too spicy to where if you're not good with spice where you wouldn't try it. And the rice noodles, it looked like they kept it pretty simple. I'm sorry guys, that was gross, but that's because the rice pad thai noodles are not cooked all the way. They're crunchy, so that's not good.
Al dente.
Crazy al dente, but that's not how pad thai noodles are supposed to be. So, no good. Chicken, okay. This is a spring roll. I guess it's a vegetable spring roll. Let's see. Well, Ralph likes to hear when I say that. It's hot. That's good, because I don't like cold food. But the vegetables are not like seasoned or anything. It's just you bite into a crispy roll, but you don't really taste anything of what you're eating. So there's no flavor in the spring roll. So I'm sorry. Pad thai, at least this dish was not good for me. I'll have to pass. All right, so the Mai Tai was a bust for me, okay, here at the Aquadome Market. So I am moving on to the next thing, which is the Pig Out Barbecue, which is a new, I guess they call it a stall venue or so here that they implemented on Star of the Seas. It is not on the icon. So Ralph got me some barbecue. And I guess is this pulled pork or brisket that you got?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll find out. They'll try them both.
Well, this one here tastes good. It's a little sweet. Let's try it with the coleslaw. It's like a watery coleslaw base. It's not bad. It goes well with the coleslaw. That's actually pretty good. And then this meat here. Is this? This tastes like pulled pork. That one may not be. Well, it's tender. It's flavorful. It's not overly seasoned. And it's not as sweet as the other one. This is pretty good. Just leaving the Aquadome Marketplace. So I only tried 2 things so far, which was the Mai Tai, which I could take it or leave it with that place, but I'm gonna give it another shot and see. You know, today was only my first time and, you know, but the noodles were undercooked as I mentioned. And I tried the pig out barbecue, and that is pretty good. That is something that I would actually consider going back and trying as well. Maybe as a macaroni bowl or even as a sandwich. So prior to that, I have been hanging out in the Overlook because the Swim and Tonic area was just not working for me. There was no space and it was so hot, but the Overlook is on another level. And I know we don't have the solarium, but this Overlook is just beautiful. The fact that it's air conditioned, and so I still have the sunlight that I want, but I also have a nice cool air, you know, so you're not overheating, basically. And the view is just amazing, and found a little pod and I was out. Dozing on and off. Ralph eventually came over as well, so he was there as well, hanging out. But and it is about, well, it's about 2:30 right now, so I think I'm gonna head back out over to the room and really take in a nap or so, because I want to make sure that I'm awake to make up for last night, to be able to watch the show. They have an Aqua Theater show tonight, so I want to make sure I'm able to watch that. So what's nice is that our cabin is off of deck 8, so right when we get out of our cabin, then we just make a right, I believe it is, and then we're right here on the Central Park area. So I just like walking through here because it's really nice. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Tonight is white night. I finally made it out of the room. I had to take a nap. The sun was really beating down on me and it really wore me out. So right now I am dressed in my white attire for tonight. And this is one of the theme nights that's on board. So tonight's white night and I think tomorrow's Caribbean night. And so there is a show tonight called Torque. It's going to be held in the Aqua Theater, and I'm on my way there excuse me, I said Aqua Theater, I meant to say Aqua Dome. So I am on my way there, and Ralph is going to meet up with me before the show starts, and then we're going to go from there. So let me show you right now what the ship is looking like. It looks like I can already see a line forming for the Torque show down here. So, oh yeah, of course there is. There's a long line, look. Mind you, the show doesn't start for another hour. So we just finished watching the Aqua Theater show, which is called Torque, on Star of the Seas. I'm actually still sitting here in the Aqua Dome. This is where the show is being held, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. The show was incredible. I've said this before in my other videos, as far as Aqua shows on Royal Caribbean, there's something that is definitely a must-see. The performances, the whole production, the people that they have that are doing the gymnasts and the synchronized swimmers and the high dive acts are just, no words can really explain an Aqua show on Royal Caribbean. This one, the music was great. They had a lot of lighting, and because experiencing it inside the Aqua Dome, so we're closed in, we're not like out in the open like on the Oasis class ships, like on the Utopia that I was recently on. So when the music is playing and the bass is going, you literally feel the music and the bass on the inside. So it gets you going as well, you know, all hyped up. The production was just nice. The music selection, the costumes that the performers wore, the stunts that they did. You had, like I said, the girls were doing the synchronized swimming, which is, I don't know how you end up doing all that and all those moving while you're holding your breath underwater. That's quite impressive. Then you have I like the guys that do the tightrope dancing, because that's just unbelievable as well. The dancers alone were really good and synchronized. There was never a dull moment. Okay, there's never a dull moment in the show, and the high dive acts were incredible as well. So, if you're going to be selling on Star of the Seas or Icon or any of them, I'm going to say Icon. I haven't even been on Icon, but any aqua show that Royal Caribbean has, make sure that you make it a point to see that show, especially here on Star of the Seas. Our show was the 8:30 show, and I want to say it probably was the most busiest because 8:30 seems to be, I guess, a good time right after dinner or so. And I showed up about 45 minutes prior to the show starting, and there was a line. And the way it works is that if you have to have reservations to see the show. So you book your reservations online through the app or on the desktop in the cruise planner, and there's no cost. So when you come to the show, to the venue, they will be scanning your SeaPass card, or in my case, they scanned my WOW band because that's my SeaPass card, and to verify that you have a reservation so you can come in. Once everyone with reservations have come into the show, at that point, 10 minutes or so prior to the show starting is when they'll open up the doors for guests that did not have a reservation. But at that point, depending on what time of the show you pick, you may not be able to find a good seat. I was able to find a seat dead center, so that was really good. But I want to show you guys real quick because right now, as I said, there's another show that's going to start at 10:30, and there are not that much people lined up. So maybe if you are a late night owl, maybe a later time for the show would probably be good for you because you won't have to worry about the line. And I'm going to show you guys here. You can see one of the attendants is standing right there. He has on that suit. So he's standing there. He's going to be scanning guests. And they have about 6 attendants throughout the dome area that is scanning the guests before they come in. And here's another young lady right here. So you can see that she's standing here and she's going to be scanning to make sure that you have your tickets. As of right now, this is what the crowd looks like. I don't know if you can really see because it is kind of dark in here and with the lighting, but there are so much empty seats even across the way right now, and the show's going to start in like 30 minutes. So mainly the center is filled up, and then you have designated areas right here for those that have accessibility issues. So they have these chairs out here where you would sit right here and you would park your wheelchair and your companion seating. So there are more people coming in now, but this is nothing like the 8:30 show. And there are also these little side tables here that's outside the area. So if you can grab a table, and being up close and personal to the stage is not of importance to you, then go ahead and grab one of these tables. And like I said, we're right here outside the Aquadome Market. And there's also even seating here outside the Aquadome Market that you could probably actually sit at to watch the show. It's just know that it's going to be from a different vantage point. Guys, that was the dueling piano bar that is taking place right now here on the promenade. So that was pretty cool. It's always something to do Let me show you guys the line for the adult comedy show that's supposed to take place, so you can see how far in advance. So guys can see over there, that is the line that people are waiting to get into the adult comedy show that is set to start. It's 11:15 right now p.m. And then there's Sorrento's down below. There's not much going on right now at 11:15 except for the different venues. So I'm gonna keep on walking the ship to see what else is going on here. We are at Perfect Day at Coco Key. Now, it was a nice surprise to open up the curtains to my balcony cabin and see Icon of the Seas coming up from a distance. I will throw in some footage of that so you guys can see. So today is the first time that both Icon and Star of the Seas will be spending the whole day together on the island. They met each other before, I think it was a couple of weekends ago, but Icon was actually getting ready to leave, but they waited to see Star. So, but everybody was already on board on Icon. So today is an actual full day with both ships and the passengers on the island. So it'll be interesting to see how the island looks as far as capacity. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be getting down per se to walk the island because I do want to spend some time on the ship because there's so much to cover. But I will show you guys. Here we go, Icon right here. You can see some people getting down already to visit the island. It's just amazing. All right, so we'll see what we get into, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and grab maybe some coffee or something and walk the ship. So here is the Pearl Cafe, which has become my spot in the morning for grabbing some coffee. Let me show you guys real quick. It's basically right here behind the Pearl. And these are all the windows. I've been sitting out here in the morning at times because of the beautiful ocean view. But today, since we have Icon next to us, you know, the view is kind of darkened. So I'm gonna find some other areas to sit out. But this is the Pearl this morning. Look how they made the color like a sunrise, I don't even know. This is so pretty. Let me show you guys. This is like, can you guys see? Like, this is some good lighting here. How pretty. And look how the ceiling changes as well, the colors to match the whole vibe that's going on. It's just gorgeous. So I feel like I've only scratched the surface of this huge cruise ship. So I'm going to spend the morning exploring and just walking around and seeing what I find because there is just so much. What I love about the ship here is that I'm on deck number 6 of the promenade, and it's just so open that you can just walk right through. I am near the comedy club here, and look at the silhouette. They move, the people move on here. Isn't that cool? And you got the guy presenting. That's so cool. Here's a photo op. I guess you can stand in here. Ready, set, star. That's cool. And this seems to be the addict.
I see you over there. Yes, you. Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
So Zoltar is here next to the Attic Comedy Club, and this dude just started talking to me, which is a little funny, a little creepy at that. I didn't realize he would speak with me. So guys, I'm gonna throw in a quick peek of what the Attic, which is the Adult Comedies Club, looks like. It's a nice sized venue, but I definitely can see why there are times where one, it's a popular show, and then also that it can get sold out. And once they close the doors, that's it. There is no getting in because it is limited seating in there. So if adult comedy is something that you're interested in doing, then definitely make reservations in that app so that way you can secure your spot for sure. So I'm walking through the Thrill Water Park area right now, guys, and it is a hot day. Like I said, it's a feel of 102 the last time I checked on my phone. So as I'm walking down through Hideaway, if you can see the gentleman behind me, that is a lift for those that are in wheelchairs that need to come down to the main deck where the infinity pool is. When I was here yesterday, this was not here, and I was looking at this white cover wondering, you know, how can someone who is wheelchair bound be able to come down to the Hideaway pool area? Well, Royal thought of it. It's right here. It's an elevator lift. I'll show you guys the clips, and this is the crew member that's covering it now, keeping it discreet. And you can see this is the railing, because you can see this railing has the elevator lift on it, and this one is the regular railing. And then he just informed me that once they're down here, where you see the lifeguard is standing right here is where they're waiting on getting their lift chairs to be able to install it on the side of the pool. So then now you have access to the infinity pool. All right, guys, so I just left. I'm still in the back of the ship, but after the ship, hopefully you guys can see me, but it's so hot out, I have to keep my hat on. And I just left Hideaway, and from Hideaway, I go up to the sports decks area, and next to base camp, I found the deserted milkshake shop that they have on board. So I want to go in here and try it out. So here's base camp right over there, and here's the deserted. This is a milkshake bar. And here's another one of those statues. Oh, this one's named Neptuno. She's cute, and blue's my favorite color. So let's go ahead and see.
Good.
Okay, all right, thank you. Oh, that's so cute. So I've been sitting here in front of the deserted milkshake, taking a break and taking it all in. And the milkshake ended up being, with gratuities, $21. So, because I think gratuities was like 3 something. The shake is 14, and it's about a little less than $4. So it ended up being like $21 or so that. And remember, if you want to add alcohol to it, then it would be $5 for adults. But I got the simple plain vanilla milkshake. It tastes more so milky, not really like vanilla. The vanilla is very subtle, and it's not that sweet at all. So looking at it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's a sugar overload. But actually, it was not that bad trying it. On the outside, he told me that they put icing on it, and then they dip it in these graham cracker crusts. Obviously, I did not eat that. Mine did come with a little bit of a small little donut. The donut was very soft, it's not stale, it's pretty good. I'm not trying the popcorn or the gummy bears, but overall, it's a good milkshake. It's a one and done. Would I do it again? Probably not, but it's good to have, especially if you're traveling with your little ones who's probably gonna want a milkshake, a fancy milkshake, then you might want to come here. But it does make for a nice, pretty picture. I'm not gonna lie, and that's about it. And just keep in mind, this is not covered under any drink package, okay? Because I even have the refreshment package that covers everything else that I would want, but the milkshakes are an upcharge, so just be mindful of that. All right, guys, so here I am. I'm actually sitting in the overlook area. Just came from the Aquadome Market, and I wanted to try a crepe, the La Creperie that they have on board Star of the Sea. So this is my first time trying a crepe. I've never had one before, and the one that I picked was the strawberry Nutella. So here it is. They make it to order. They have a couple of different flavor options that you can choose from. I'll insert a menu so you can see what the different flavor choices are. One more bite.
Oh, yeah. Jonathan's there, huh?
I love the tartness of the strawberries, and it's like a sweet tart. It balances. It balances together well. We just got back from Perfect Day at Coco Key. We did get down for a little bit to take pictures of the ship, and we ended up walking around basically getting shots of the picture. So it wasn't really a day for us to hang out at Perfect Day. Came back in here and we had a drink at the 1400 bar that is right here on the Royal Promenade. So, which was really good. We had a espresso martini that was made with Bailey's, Kahlua, vodka, or so. But it was really tasty because normally I have the espresso martini and I don't like it, but this was a good rendition of it. Also, let's see, that bar is really nice. Like I said, it's right off of the Royal Promenade, and it's really chill, and then it has a nice glass window where you can basically see outside. I'll see if I can throw footage of that to show you guys. Now I'm just gonna head back up to the room because it was so hot. I know I've been saying that a lot, but today was very hot. So walking on the island, I mean, for the 40 minutes that we were on there walking and taking pictures took forever. I mean, sweating. So now I'm just going to see if I can get going to the room to lay down, freshen up, and then we have Back to the Future, the musical, tonight. So I need to rest up and all before all that takes place. It is Caribbean night tonight, and I am on my way now to watch the Back to the Future musical. The show starts at 8:30, and so but you know, you got to get there early in order to get some seats. So I'm on my way there now. Ralph is going to meet up with me there. He is heading over to the Windjammer to grab something to eat before the Windjammer closes at 9 tonight. Since we left Coco Key, we've been in the bed, in the room, in the cabin, basically napping. So, and now we're here. Let me show you the line already. So this is the line already for people standing. So with these shows, you do have to make a reservation. So they're gonna let the people with reservations go in first, and then afterwards, then people without reservations will be able to come in about 10 minutes or so before the show starts, and they'll get whatever remaining seats that are left. So we just finished watching Back to the Future, the musical, and it was an awesome show. From the lights to the props to the costumes, and ultimately the performers and their singing and just everything, the way they put the whole show together was amazing. It's so good, very exceptional, that you have to see it if you are on board Star of the Seas. I will warn you though that the show is 1 hour and 50 minutes, so it was quite long, and reservations are required. By the time we got out of the show, because I didn't have dinner, so by the time we got out of the show, it was quite late. It was well about 10:30 or so. So I just went ahead and grabbed a little bite to eat here over at the Pearl Cafe, which is amazing. The Pearl Cafe is behind me. I don't know if you can see the Pearl behind me, but the Pearl Cafe is open till I believe it's midnight or so, and Sorrento's Pizza is open, but I think it's till like 2 or so. I'll throw in a clip of what I got. Pearl Cafe is really good. They have this barbecue pulled pork, cheddar biscuit sandwich, and they heat it up for you. I'll show you a picture of that. And I just had some desserts, and even though it's late in the evening, the dessert was still fresh and it wasn't stale. It didn't taste like it was there all day. So kudos to them on that. Because it's Caribbean night, I have on my Caribbean flowery print. That's the theme night for tonight. It is not mandatory, but I like to, try to at least dress up for the theme nights. On the Royal Promenade, there was some Caribbean music being played, so a lot of people are dancing, and the crew is out performing and getting the whole, most of the crowd involved. It was a really nice turnout as well, and I'll show in some clips of that. And then I took a tour of the casino because I have not really been able to go in there, so I went in there tonight, and packed is an understatement. I've never seen a casino like that before. It was packed, and I'm not sure if it's because it's the last night of the cruise, but it's huge. The only downside I would want to say about this casino is that it's one large casino, so even though they try to divide the smoking and the non-smoking section, for one, you can't even tell which part is the smoking or non, because there's no clear sign. It's basically as you're kind of like walking through, then you're like, okay, this is, smoking or so, and then you have to look on the machine where they'll say if it's smoking or not. This is the third night of the cruise. We go back to Port Canaveral tomorrow morning, but we have decided to do a back-to-back. So we will have another 4 days on board this ship, because there's a lot to do and a lot to see, and today was just mind-blowing with just me walking around and just trying to get footage and see so many things on Star of the Seas. So if you're thinking about getting on Star of the Seas, yes, it's going to start doing 7-night sailings, but it is well worth it. And I'm not being biased, but there's so much activities, and it's so nice to see how it's so encompassing of parents to the kids to the teens to the grandparents that are on here. Everybody go off and do your own thing, and we all get together when we need to get together, which is my type of vacation. I like that. So anyways, that's enough for today, which is technically the last night of the trip of the cruise, but as of tomorrow, it'll start our next leg of the cruise, and it's our first time doing a back-to-back, so I will take you along and let you know how the experience goes and what to expect. Good morning. We are back here in Port Canaveral. Today is the last day of the 3-day cruise of Star of the Seas. So this cruise started on August 20th and is ending today, August 23rd. So now there's a new set of people that are going to be getting on this afternoon, actually in a couple of hours. But Ralph and I are doing a back-to-back. So the procedures are a little different. So basically we had to, your stateroom attendant knows, they give you a paper and letting you know what the procedures are for back-to-back. And you will basically have our stateroom attendant offered to take our luggage to our new cabin. So you will basically leave your large luggage in your cabin room, and your stateroom attendant will take it over with you and take it over to the cabin for you. And then you would basically keep your personal bag with you. So we still have our small carry-on backpacks with us, and our computers and personal items like that. And at 8:45, we all meet. Whoever's going to be doing another cruise will meet the crew in the main dining room by 8:45. So we'll see what that process is, and I'll explain to you once I go through it. But this is based on the directions that I was given on the form and what the stateroom attendant told us so far. So in the morning, when you're getting ready to leave the ship, so breakfast is open in the Windjammer. I think it opens from 6:30 and they close at 8:30. But you will have a final printout that tells you what places are still providing breakfast, so you can get coffee, juices, or anything like that before you leave. And also the time that you need to be off the ship by, because they do need to start clearing it out. So basically all the breakfast areas will be shut down by 9 o'clock. So right now I am standing in Central Park, once again, my favorite spot here. And we are near the Park Cafe. And the Park Cafe is right over here. It was really packed this morning, but so here's the carry-on bags for Ralph and I. We have our backpacks here. We have some people just hanging out here. So here's Park Cafe here in Central Park. That's right here off of deck 8, and our cabin was on deck 8, so it was convenient. So you can see breakfast closes at 8:30 here. So here's a quick walkthrough of what they have. Hi, welcome. Thank you. To have your regular coffee. You're gonna want to go to either Starbucks for your specialty coffee or Pearl Cafe down on deck number. Pearl Cafe is down on deck number 6. And this is a nice corner area. And here is deck number 6, and you can see the Pearl Cafe. So the sitting area is quite busy. People with their luggages. The line looks like it's gone down a bit now, actually. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna hang out here in Park Cafe in Central Park for a little bit, up until it's time for us to head back down. So we made it here to deck number 5 in the main dining room. I'll show you here now. As you're walking in, there is a guy standing there, or a person standing there, and he has cards in his hands, and he asks you, are you going to be staying on the ship, or do you plan to get off and like maybe run into town or anything like that? Because if you do plan on getting off the ship for a few hours and coming back on, they're going to give you a little card that says in transit. And so it looks like that's the card that you're going to use when you're coming back to the port, along with your CPAS card, your new CPAS cards that they're going to give you as well, to show that, I guess, you can come back in. But basically, we walk up to the table, and they have a couple of crew members there, and they'll ask you for your name, and then they'll go ahead and give you your cards, your new key cards here. So, and they do have, a light breakfast still here in the main dining room for you. So like coffees and your same pastries and coffees that you're gonna find at the other venues that are open for breakfast. So right now we wait until everybody signs in, and then we'll see what happens. So guys, once they cleared the ship, and today they said that it was an exception as far as being ahead of schedule with clearing out the ship, we were able to get off as far as going through the whole customs around, I want to say it was about 9:30. So even though they do tell you that you have to show up to the main dining room meeting spot about 8:45, there were still people coming in around 9:15, coming into the main dining room to meet up for the back-to-back procedure. So we didn't know. We made sure we got there at 8:45. So we waited, they cleared the ship, and then we all got up together with several crew members, and they basically walked us off the ship. So do remember that you do need your old CPAS cards, so that way they can tap you. You know, they have to get a count of, you know, everyone that is officially off the ship. And then they went ahead and they escorted us all down to the customs area. So we walked down there, went through customs, and they do the facial recognition scanning with the passport. So that took like 2 seconds. And then we made a loop right back around and then walked right back on to the pathway and got right back on the ship. Now, when you're getting back on the ship, because you already have your CPAS card that they gave you in that envelope when you first walked into the main dining room, that is what you're going to use, and they're buzzing you back in on the ship. So that was like the whole process. By the time we got off, like I said, around 9:30, and then came back on the ship, it was like 9:47, because I looked at my watch and like, wow, this was a quick process. They did say that our rooms would already be ready by 11 o'clock, which is earlier than your typical 1 or 1:30 time. So, which was really good. And then also they will have a lunch for the back-to-back cruisers in the main dining room and on deck number 4. So that's supposed to take place, I guess, around 11:30 to about 12:30 or so. So at that point, we just basically got on the ship, really. And right now we just came over to the overlook area, which is here in the Aquadome. And this is where I'm sitting. So you can see I'm sitting in one of these chairs here in the overlook. There's so much seating area here, and then I'll show you. This is what it looks like. And the bar is like right here. So now I am going to see what the Royal Promenade looks like. I need to go down to guest services because now I need to have my WOW band reactivated again for this new sailing, so that way I can use it as my key card and I can just put my CPAS card back. Because we really like the WOW bands. They're so much more convenient for us. So I'll do that, and then we'll go from there and see what the day brings. Right now, if you can see in the background, there's some mean clouds coming up ahead, and it is expected to rain around 1 o'clock all the way through the rest of the evening, which is probably gonna put a damper on sail away. Now, we are traveling during hurricane season, and that's not really a time that we've ever cruised during August before. So this is a new experience for us. So I know the first leg of the cruise, the ship felt a little rocky, but Ralph and I never got seasick. So I'm curious to see now on this next leg how the experience will be. Now, a lot of people, they want to cancel their cruises or choose not to cruise during hurricane season, but you have to realize that these cruise lines or engineers, what have you, they know obviously about the weather, and they can always go around the storm. So you don't ever have to feel like, oh wow, like, you know, I can't go on my cruise, because they will either change the port or, you know, of the area to, avoid the storm that is coming. So, but then you also have to realize too, that's when you're gonna find your cheapest cruise prices. Because a lot of people don't like to cruise during August. You have school, back to school. Then you have hurricane season, which is like peak June, July, August, September is peak season, the hottest months of the year. And people don't like to cruise, but then sometimes you'll find really good rates though. Not on a ship like Star, because it just came out. Side note. But for the most part, but don't be afraid to cruise during hurricane season. Just make sure you do have travel insurance though. But it's starting to sprinkle on us right now, so we're gonna see, make it into the Windjammer. I know the Windjammer is hectic to come here, especially on boarding day, but not to say that you can't get lobster anywhere else on the shrimp, but on the ship, not shrimp. But obviously you can get it if you go to Hook Seafood and Spada Specialty Dining. Or if you go to the main dining room, you know, you're gonna pay the upcharge for the lobster. But on boarding day, unlimited lobster tails, come on now. So I was getting ready to do a room tour of this new cabin that I'm in. And outside my window, I look down and I see Sailor with her trainer, or her companion, really. They live together on board Star of the Seas. So you can see her there. So that was a cool sight, even though the background is still ugly. But hopefully I'll get to see her on the ship in person again tonight, or at some point in the next couple of days. Here is a quick of what the cabin looks like. After we left the Windjammer, I completely forgot to show you guys what the cabin looked like, so I'm just gonna show you real quick. So first glance, obviously it still looks really nice. So the bathroom is basically the same concept, you know, the same sizes and everything like that. My crazy toiletry bag here on the door. Showed you guys the safe. It's pretty small, can't really fit much in there, but some passports, some, you know, little private things like that. Now, first thing off the bat that I noticed with this cabin is there's only one seat here versus the other one had a double seat, actually, yeah, little sofa bed type thing. So that's one thing that I'm not too happy about. And another thing, excuse my computer, I was trying to edit. There's one USB here, which is fine, and an AC adapter to plug in something. But guess what? This one doesn't have any shelves. Okay. And then when you come over here, the vanity area is smaller. So the other cabin I had, the Ocean View balcony cabin, I had what, 3 drawers? 3 big drawers and plus 2 additional drawers. And here, actually I had 3. So here in this cabin, you can see I basically only have room, 1 drawer here, and then this drawer that has the menu, the breakfast menu in there. That's it. So when it comes to space, now, as you can see, I'm already limited on drawer space. We have this hanging area here. Not, you know, can't really, there's not that much stuff for me to put there. And then our clothes is hung up here. Left them, our gym clothes and things like that in the packing cubes. And then we had to use these crates, you know, to throw in some shoes and some other, you know, clothes in there. But as you go around the room, you'll see here, there is no USB or anything for this person on this side of the room at all. And that is my pillow for my knees when I go to sleep. But look at this big space. This is a big open space, which granted the extra space is nice, you know, don't get me wrong. But we're wondering why isn't that they couldn't put maybe an extra chair here or give us more cabin space in this area. No, excuse me, not cabin space, drawer space in this area, because you just have this wall here. So right here is where I hang up my magnetic hooks, just so that way I can go ahead and I can store my bags or my hats. Now let me go ahead and show you guys. This is what the view looks like. So, which is not bad, you know, it's a nice view, ocean view. And at nighttime, you have to keep these curtains closed because the captain cannot have any light glaring out of your room because it could be a distraction. So you have to keep the curtains closed when you're staying in a forward cabin like that. See? So the captain and the crew can see the sea. But overall, this is what the cabin looks like. And that's it. So not too bad, but we'll see because we're here a little longer. So since we are here for the next 4 nights, so we'll see how it, how the cabin works out for us. I can already tell off the bat, as far as storage space, I am not too thrilled with the storage space in this particular cabin. I'm a little disappointed in that, and I'm disappointed in the outlets. And I'm also disappointed in myself because I normally travel with my international travel adapter, and somehow I forgot it at home. So big mistake on my end. Right now it is sell away. It's 4:39. So sell away is taking place right now, but it's so packed. I've been in the room trying to tidy up and do some things, but now I'm gonna go up around and see what's going on. I'm up here on deck 15 on Chill Island. So I wanna go ahead and see what it looks like during sail away. Here we go. So the pool deck was quite a sight, which is to be expected on sail away and boarding day. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna go right now to Thrill Island and let's see what's going on there. Oh wow, this is busy as well. I am up top. I forgot which deck number I'm on. I think it could be 16, which is overlooking the adults only hideaway section, so you can see. Let's go on to the sports deck and see what's going on up there. And here is the pickleball court. Very brightly colorful, and goes with the theme of the ship. So, yeah, I'm showing them what the pickleball court look like and where you are. Okay. Ralph is here, doing his thing. There are drinking stations here too. That's cool. You don't have to go too far. I'm gonna head over to guest services right now because I need to activate my new CPAS card because I still haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. And I wanted to make sure that I did that once the line went down. And as you can see, if you just wait a little bit, a couple of hours, don't run to guest services as soon as you get on the ship. I am still on the Royal Promenade right now, and the crowd has basically dispersed. And that is what I love so much about the design on how Royal does its ships. You're only going to feel the intensity of the crowds on boarding day, on the Royal Promenade while everyone's trying to find their bearings, and then on the pool deck, obviously. But once everyone finds their spot, that's about it. I made it back here to the 1400 bar on the Royal Promenade. And when I first walked up here, it was like crazy busy. And it cleared out pretty quickly. It's a nice spot, you know, like I actually saw a regular couple that was here yesterday when I was here already. It looked like they're doing a back-to-back as well. But just so you can see, here's the 1400 bar here. And outside you have a view of the ocean because we sailed away about 45 minutes ago. and this whole bar area was filled up with people, and they've all basically gone. There's some seating area here, which is nice, and there you go. And you have the Pearl right here. So,
Are you ready,
sweet.
madam?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not ready.
Okay.
For you. You can play anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. All right, this is the 1400. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And the 1400 is the one with the iconic. Oh, boy. Thank you
There
for
we
waiting.
go. Nice.
Thank you for waiting. I gave you
Thank
extra
you.
bubble on the top.
This is so pretty. Do I just
Yeah, just kiss it.
ooh. Ooh, it smells good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Guys, I think this could be dangerous. Because you don't taste the alcohol. It's very light, and it doesn't taste that sweet at all. We finally got a chance to watch the ice skating show on board here on Star of the Seas. It's called Soul. It's a 45-minute show, and it started at 7:30. And you do need reservations again. We were able to get some front row seats. The show was beautiful. There were some solo acts, and there were group performances as well. But between the costumes and the lighting, because what they did was, I'm not really sure how it's called, but basically they had images being displayed on the ice as the skaters were performing, and there's also a screen on the wall that kind of went along with the ice on the floor to match and set the whole tone and atmosphere of to go along with whatever song that they were skating to. There was some flips and some near misses, but overall the choreography, the costumes, was just a really nice show, basically, to watch. They also did have, what do they call them? I think they're called stunt skaters, but basically they had 4 guys that were just doing some crazy stunts and flips off of platforms. But it is definitely a must-see. So far, all 3 shows that we have watched on the ship has just been outstanding. From the ice skating show I just told you, the Broadway show of Back to the Future, and the Torque Aqua show. So any of those shows, make sure that you book them and that you definitely get a chance to see them on the ship. From the ice skating show, then I went over to Playmakers. I'll insert a little footage there. I just wanted to try Playmakers because we always go in there just to kind of hang out, but we never really get anything, at least not that I could remember. Playmakers is a paid dining, okay, and it's a la carte. So it's your typical sports bar area. You're gonna have your sliders, your nachos, and your burgers and fries and things like that, and your basic drinks. Overall atmosphere, typical sports bar, and there's plenty of TVs everywhere. Unfortunately, there is a Miami game going on right now, but for whatever reason, they can't play the local professional games. So that was a bummer for Ralph and a couple of other guys that went into Playmakers thinking that they could at least watch a football game. So we kind of hung out there. I had the pigskin pork sliders. They look like regular pulled pork barbecue sliders to me, which was very good and delicious. And then also had the wings. I had 12-piece wings, and I had it split between barbecue sauce and the jerk sauce. And I believe the 12 pieces was $14.99, and the 6-piece was $10.99. So had that. Didn't get anything to drink there. I wasn't too pleased with the bar staff because they weren't that friendly. I was standing there for a while before anybody came over to help me. And then eventually I found this one waiter who was nice enough. Shout out to Rodolfo, who was our waiter for the night, and he was very pleasant. And the food came out hot and fresh and just, you know, pretty attentive. But the rest of the people in there, I don't know what was their whole deal. So if you're ever in the mood for any sports, you know, watching some sports, maybe college football or anything like that, but there are plenty of games in there. So if you want to hang out with the kids and play pool or, you know, foosball, you can do that. But it's not something that I'm going to run back to want to go to Playmakers. But for right now, I am sitting here in Boleros. Boleros is going to start playing some music around 10. And then I think there's a parade starting at 10:45 down in the promenade. So we're just gonna kind of walk and see where the night goes and just see what else happens, what else we can get into. Good morning, guys. This morning is a sea day, and I am off to the gym right now. I have not been to this gym yet on this ship. Oh, so here is the fitness center right off the jogging track. Oh, this is nice. Okay. It's huge, huge, huge. All right, I will catch you guys later once I'm done. So I finally made it out of the gym and I'm walking on the track and I found Sailor's area where she goes to use the bathroom. So this is her little spot. So it's right near the fitness center. You can see right here. I'm on my way now to Surfside. They have this place called Surfside Eatery, where it's like a miniature buffet, and I really don't feel like going to the Windjammer right now to have lunch. So I'm gonna go over there and see what's going on. They do serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and lunch is till 3 o'clock, so I want to see what's going on. And like I said, it is basically a buffet, complimentary, so you don't have to pay extra on here. And let's see what they have. You have your carrot salad, tomato, breads. That's a vegan meatloaf and marinara sauce. You have some fish fingers and the same steak that you get over in the Windjammer. Sloppy Joe biscuit cuts, chicken fingers. You have some mini chicken burger sliders. What a lot. Fruits. And your dessert station. Oh, and you have an ice cream station here too. Okay. And your Coca-Cola machine. Hi, how are you? And this is it. And then this is the whole seating area, which is not that big. So I just kept this simple. I got a piece of steak. This looks like a red velvet little cupcake, some fries. These are chicken fingers, and there's a chicken tender in there somewhere, and just a little bit of mashed potatoes, just something light. So here's the Surfside bites I was telling you guys. So you can have the buffet, or you can come over here and have popcorn chicken, hot dog, cheeseburgers, pizza, french fries, and they have cinnamon churro cookies, it looks like. Oh my goodness, look at these donuts. Crazy. Oh, that's cute. Hello, how you doing? Since I left the Surfside area, I have still been here in the Aquadome overlook for the past 3 hours. I did come with my laptop attempting to do some work. So I started with a little bit of editing and just mainly relaxing. I have to say that I was kind of bummed out in the beginning of knowing that Star of the Seas did not have a adults only solarium. But to be honest with you, I don't always go in the pool anyway, but I do love the feel of the solarium. You know, you can get some sun, but then you can also get a cool breeze, especially the enclosed solarium that's on Utopia, my favorite. But this overlook area is so relaxing. So was able to snag one of these loungers, and they have so many around here. But depending on what time of the day you come, it's, you know, you're not gonna find one. Like right now, the bar is empty again. When I first walked up about 3 hours ago, it was empty. And then within, I wanna say 10, 15 minutes of me being here, then it got busy. So it's like the wave of people come in, they're busy for maybe a 20, 30-minute stretch. Everyone gets their drink and then they're off again. And I was speaking to one of the bartenders and he was saying, yeah, that, you know, that's what he notices. Like basically, because there's no activities here. You're not coming to the Overlook for activities. You're coming here to chill and relax. And so they have this Overlook bar, and then they have the Rye and Bean bar that's up top, which is a coffee bar and coffee shop. So once the wave comes, then it goes. And mainly it's, he was explaining to me, like, for example, like when there's a show that's about to start, or if people have dinner reservations or so, like maybe at Hooked, then they'll come in, get their drink before they head out to the show or to the restaurant, and then that's it. The bar is the way you see it right there. So Sailor and her trainer was actually out there for about 45 minutes. So that also delayed us leaving the Overlook, because I was able to snap a lot of pictures with her, and then, you know, videos and stuff, and speaking with her trainer. And then you get engaged with, you know, different people that you meet on the cruise and fall into conversation. Oh, wow. Let me see something. Oh, look at that. I got gifts. And my bunny rabbit is still here. But Royal gave us some pickleball paddles. Oh my goodness. And here we go with the blue. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Clearly this is for show. Ralph will, yeah, anyway, this is for show, but this is a cute surprise. I am here on the Royal Promenade walking through. I just came out of Spotlight Karaoke. They're actually having karaoke right now for, oh, you can hear the music right there. Karaoke right now, ages 13 to 17. And then I think they're gonna do adult karaoke and then another one again. But you can hear the live band going on right now. So I'm going to head down to the music hall. There's supposed to be a some performance going on right now in the music hall. They did have Taylor Swift trivia going on, but I already missed that. That was at 7:30. All right, right here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Oh yeah, it's finished that lyric game show. That's what it is. Well, that was interesting over in the music hall. I've never actually gotten a chance to watch finish that lyric show, but it's cute. It was fun. and it looked like it was a nice little turnout. So I'm gonna keep on walking and seeing what else is going on the ship right now, and actually probably go through the casino. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the casino on this ship is packed. So far I don't really like the setup of it, but anyway, that's neither here or there. But I'm gonna keep walking. There's more activities going on. There's supposed to be a concert in here in the music hall around I think around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So I will see if I can circle back around and see the live band that's supposed to be playing. All right, I am back here now at the 1400 bar that is on the Royal Promenade, and the bartenders here are so nice, and they remember you, but who knows if they really do. But so far, the bartender, the three that I've come in contact with, have been very nice and personable, smiling and friendly. So tonight I asked the bartender what did he recommend, because he made me a really nice 1400 drink here yesterday, and this time he recommended this pretty thing. You can see it has a grapefruit in here, and it's called let me tell you, it's called the Pink Pony. We are gonna give this a try and see what it tastes like. And I've never had Aperol Spritz before. Yeah, it is grapefruit forward. And you know vodka, you don't really taste vodka anyway. It's kind of, but it's grapefruit forward. It's very fresh, it's light, and it's not too tart, because I don't really like tart drinks. I would order this again. This is the whole bar scene, the vibe, and the Royal Promenade is getting ready for a party again as usual. All right, guys, so I made it back to the cabin. It is now 1 a.m. We basically Ralph and I just basically hung out at the 1400 bar. Like I mentioned before, the bartenders there are really nice. The ambiance and the feel of it is really, really cool. And that seems to be our favorite bar so far. And then we end up meeting another couple that we were just sitting there and talking to for a good little while. So from there, then we walked around a little bit. No, there was actually the party going on as well. It was like the Y2K party on the promenade. So much music, so much dancing. They play a good selection of music, from hip hop to your no R&B, because it's mainly, you know, hyped up dancing music. You know, seeing Britney Spears, DMX, all that. So it was a good time, especially this cruise director. He's been really good. Dance party is over, and then you have to end off the night at Sorrento's. I don't know what it is about that Sorrento's pizza, but it just hits the spot. So just hung out there for the last hour, and then now we're finally gonna get to bed. All right, have a good night. Good morning, everybody. Today is, I can't remember which day of the cruise it is. But we are at Perfect Day at Coco Key today. We were recently there, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get off this time around. But as of right now, this morning, I'm gonna take advantage of seeing if I can finally find a spot on the pool deck. I just made it up to deck 16. I'm over here next to the Thrill Island area. Here you go, you can see it doesn't look as crowded yet, because like I said, I believe a lot of people got off the ship. But today we're at Perfect Day at Coco Key with Serenade of the Seas, one of the oldest Royal Caribbean ships. You can see how small she is and how classic looking. If itinerary is the goal of your cruise, you know, you can't knock a smaller ship. because Serenade is probably going to some exotic places because it's smaller and it can fit into a lot more ports, you know, versus these mega ships. Are they going to be cheaper? Yeah, they are, because it's a, you know, it's a smaller cruise ship. But so price might attract you, but do your research and find out what ship you're going on, because you might have a nice price, but then you're looking for the latest bells and whistles. You're not going to get that. All right, let me show you guys what the huge, this is one of the largest pools here on Star of the Seas. And you can see this morning, it is nice. It is nice. So I just got a chance to get into the whirlpool all by myself here at the Swim and Tonic Bar. There's probably a total of 14 of us here right now this morning in the Swim and Tonic. The whirlpool is nice. It's not too hot because I guess it's not a hot tub, so it's not that hot. But it felt good for me. I want to go into the swim up bar area, but I just saw this other lady going in and she's like, it's cold. And I just dipped my feet in there. It is cold. But I'm going to try to grin and bear it and try to make it over there. But let me show you what the menu looks like. So that's what you have here. And they have your iconic gin and tonic, purple tide, strawberry sunset, gin, white port and tonic, limoncello and tonic. Everything is with tonic. Pirate and a coconut tree. Bay at the beach. And then your only zero proof cocktail that's going to be here is going to be your citrus tonic. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me because I don't have my mic on because I don't want to make a mistake going in the water and getting my mics screwed up. But I left Swim and Tonic, okay? So, but it was good. It's nice. So if you can come during first thing in the morning on a port day, then you'll be able to find ample seating and chilled out atmosphere. The water's not heated, okay? And now I'm over at Cloud 17. I'm going to kind of hang out here a little bit. This is a much smaller, narrow pool with just a couple of seating. This pool accommodates up to 32 people, it said. But right now, this is the view. I'm looking at Coco Key here, and it looks like I'm looking at the chill side of the island, Chill Island. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. I am getting ready to watch Ralph do the Crown's Edge. We had reservations that were pushed over to today. So let me show you guys what it looks like here. So we're over at Thrill Island. And at Thrill Island, this is the section where you're going to find the Crown's Edge. You can see the guy up there already. I guess he's doing a demo or something. I don't know. We'll go ahead and see. But this is a paid activity. All right, he's getting strapped in now. They are adjusting the camera because they do record you when you go on. Here he is. Oh boy. And yes, they're testing. Oh boy. They're readjusting the harness. And he sits down again. Okay, here he goes. All right, Mr. Speedy Gonzalez. Double check again. Make sure he's all right. Okay. He is just speeding along. And he's about to go. Oh my gosh. He's smiling. Woo! And no screaming for me. Better than me. Oh my gosh.
So as you guys just saw, I just completed I believe it's called Crown's Edge. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't done it, you should absolutely do it. It doesn't seem that high until you're up there and you're looking down, right? Every structure seems pretty low until you're looking down at the floor, right? But anyway, nevertheless, it was fun, kind of short and quick, but it still gets the blood pumping because you're thinking I might fall, but you're strapped in, you won't fall, it's relatively safe. One thing that I would like to say, and I wish someone warned me, for the guys, when you are on that little thingy right there, that little platform falls. You don't see it, but it's right there anyway. That platform falls and you drop. And that strap that's around you holds you up, but that strap is around the leg and the crotch area. Well, needless to say, it didn't feel good. So my boys were being pinched like tightly. So I'm not sure if you have to reposition it or reposition the straps. Just know that when you fall, you might feel some pressure, and that pressure does not feel good. But anyway, quick warning, if you haven't tried it, try it. You don't have to do it over and over, but it was definitely a lot of fun.
So we are now heading over to the Thrill Water Park. The last time we spoke, we ended up going to the escape room, and the escape room was actually pretty cool. It was a diner theme, and we had to solve the mystery of finding a milkshake. And the escape room, you can't videotape or bring any cameras or anything like that. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to give you any footage of it because, you know, clearly it has to be a secret. It's a maximum of 12 people within a room. So right now in Star of the Seas, they have a diners theme, and they have a music record player theme as well. These were actually pre-purchased prior to the cruise. I did my reservation ahead of time, and I think I paid like $20 a person for the escape room, which was really good. And we finished with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock. It's well themed. And even with that many bodies in the room, I want to say there was about 10 of us in there, you didn't feel hot or overwhelmed with people moving around, you know, in a small area. So I highly recommend it if you are into escape rooms. So we went back to the room, took a nap, and we are finally coming back out while it is about 7 o'clock right now. So that way there's not much lines, and we can try to see if we can hit the water park. So we're doing that right now, walking through the ship right now. We'll let you know how that goes. I don't believe that we can obviously we can't bring cameras, so I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes afterwards. So we just made it back to the cabin. We had dinner again at the Windjammer. Tonight was Taste of the Caribbean. So think about your curry goats, your jerk chicken, jerk porks, plantains, even saltfish was there. And then you still have your Indian dishes as well, your Indian curries and the peas and the all that was going on. And you're still gonna have your regular pasta stations and your burgers and fries for those of you that are picky eaters. The water park was so much fun. It took us because I think we went around 7 o'clock, and by that time, basically, there's not really much people out there because people are getting ready for dinner. It's white night tonight. And because it was a long day at the beach, so we basically, all the rides that we went on were complete walk-ons. We did all of the rides, I want to say within 15 minutes. Ralph thinks it was shorter, but we did all the slides that were open within 15 minutes quick, and they're very fun. So I suggest you try them when you're on board Star of the Seas. The only one that was not open at the time, which I probably wouldn't try anyway, Ralph probably would because he likes those drop slides, was going to be the, I forgot what the name of it is. Perfect something, but it's actually the drop slide. But the reason why it's not open on Star is because of what happened on Icon of the Seas when, unfortunately, the plastic plexiglass on that particular slide broke and someone got injured. So when Star came out, they basically have had that slide shut down altogether. It hasn't been open on any sailings thus far. So because of the incident. Now that we're back in the room, going to freshen up and get ready for White Night and see if we can participate in any type of activities that's going on around the ship tonight. Dinner was delicious though, so don't skip Caribbean night if you're into that. Just made it out to the promenade now. It is 9:45 o'clock. It is White Night. And we got a lot of people participating in White Night. Oh, here we go, dueling piano. West Virginia. Dueling piano is a real popular spot on here. If you want to get a spot, there is tables in here. You have to come early. Because as you can see, it's nothing but standing room here. All right, guys, I'm finally turning in. Ralph and I. It has been a late night. We basically hung out over at the 1400 bar. That seems to be our new spot, actually. We had the, there's this drink there that I really like that's called the Pink Pony, and then also called the Viking Crown. So if you're ever in the 1400 bar and you're into something that's not too sweet, little grapefruitish flavor or so, very light and refreshing, then I would recommend that. The bartenders there are very nice, and they'll make whatever it is that you want as well as really good as suggesting some drinks to you. And then from there, Ralph and I kind of walked through the promenade area. There wasn't really much going on besides what I showed you earlier with the different activities of the dueling piano and the trivia and the karaoke, but it basically kind of like died down. And then we went down to the music hall. I just wanted to pass by and see because there is a nightclub that goes on in the music hall. So wanted to go by and see. And the DJ was actually pretty good. The music hall is a 2-story, 2-level venue. It's really nice. It has a lot of seating in there, and they usually have bands playing in there as well. So if you want to catch a band, you can go into the music hall, and they have 2 bars, one on the first floor and one on the second floor as well. So that was how we wrapped up our night. We stayed up later than expected, I guess because we had that nap. And that will be it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, good morning. I am still on board a Star of the Seas. Today is a sea day for us, so I am going to see what I could get into. Yesterday I spent the day out basically in the sun, pool hopping to a couple of pools since it was a port day. So today I am going to see if I can do some indoor type of activities. I just obtained my coffee from the Pearl Cafe. I'm doing a caramel macchiato this morning, and that is included in the drink package. Make a note for the Pearl Cafe. It's so popular. So bring your patience when you are coming in the morning to place your order, because it does get busy. Just made it up to deck 15. I am in the El Loco Fresh area. It's not open right now. It's open during lunchtime. And the bar looked like it's getting ready to set up to get open as well. Right off of El Loco Fresh is where you're going to find your sports deck. So here's Adrenaline Peak. And then here's Crown's Edge. What's cute is that they have rock climbing wall competition for the little ones. And this little one is bouncing all over the wall. And here are the water slides that Ralph and I did yesterday. We basically did all the colors, minus, I did not do that yellow drop thing. I am not into the whole drops. But he did it, he liked it. The only thing is, like he says, it's too quick compared to the one, obviously compared to the one that we've done on Perfect Day at Coco Key, the private island. Obviously that one's gonna be better and definitely a way longer drop. Ralph has done that and he liked it. Here is, I guess, the pickleball tournament going on. Guys, I'm still walking around here on the pool deck. Every day I come out here is just something new, and I'm supposed to be making my way inside. But as I'm walking, you can see I'm near one of the lime and coconut bars. So you can see all this green and all this sitting area back here. And this is the new hot tub that was added on Star of the Seas that you will not find on Icon of the Seas. They had these interesting bed type things here because they wasn't sure how it was gonna work. But then after they did Icon, then they realized, oh yeah, we can add another hot tub. So this is a new, and it's barely really ever filled when I come by here. But as I'm walking through, I found this cute little spot. It's underneath the Swim and Tonic bar, which is right up here. And look at it. Here is another Sprinkles. And look at this very pretty, colorful backdrop. Come on. This will make some nice pictures. And sitting area, and you're in the shade. This is good. You have your hand washing stations, once again, and your hand sanitizing stations. There's an attendant here at all times giving you the Sprinkles. And then here's a slide. Here's a slide that you would take from deck 16 and then come down to 15. Bear in mind when it's really hot out. My goodness, I could only imagine. And here's another thing I found too, another restroom. I have been obsessed with the restrooms and the availability of them and not having to go so far for restrooms. I finally made it inside the ship after taking a nice little break outside on the pool deck. I went back to the Lime and Coconut and got my first drink of the day. The signature drink for the Lime and Coconut. I had this yesterday, it was so good. So a lot of ice, coconut milk, Malibu coconut rum, some guava, and all that. It's just very good. It's my favorite. So there is going to be a daily double, what is it called? A daily double game show right here being held in the music hall by the cruise director. So the music hall is on deck 3 and on deck number 4. It's a 2-level music hall. So I am gonna come in here. They recommend that you come a little early, so it's probably gonna be pretty packed. So this cruise director has been so much fun.
Right?
Ralph and I came in here last night, and right here is where they had the nightclub last night. So you can see all the seating. This whole area was kind of like open for the nightclub. And I guess this is the whole setup for the game. I'll let you know how that goes.
Best category of this whole game show. Star, questions about the ship you're on.
Oh, that sounds
I just put that one in
good.
this week as well.
Yeah.
90s television,
Okay.
anagrammed countries,
I don't know what that is.
superheroes.
Okay, that's what
All right. Team 2. Second board happens. You're currently in third place, which is a nice way of saying last.
There you go.
please select a category and a point value. I might suggest starting here.
Guys, that daily double game show was so much fun. I've never actually been to one before, but it was very interesting. And I felt like I knew some of the answers. But of course, once you have a mic in front of you, then I know I probably would have froze, but that was really good. So it was held in the music hall, and the cruise director, Mike, he is something else. He's very funny. I like him a lot. I'm gonna head into the Royal Caribbean gift shop and see what merchandise they have now that the store is fully open, because I have not gotten anything yet as a souvenir, anything that says Star on it. So, for these cute bucket hats, that's a bag. Let me see. So they have these shirts. It says Star on the Seas on the back. This shirt is $34.99. This plain white one. And then it comes in yellow. They have these cute little plush, I guess it's teddy bear. It doesn't show a price though. And then they have this version. You got your swim shirts here, long sleeves. These are $39.99. It just says Royal Caribbean. It has the emblem on the bottom. And it's plain. Comes in blue. It comes in this beige color. And this orange. They have some lanyards that say Star of the Seas on them. These are $9.99. You have these, what is it called? These are $14.99. And it's a bag charm keychain. Comes in white. You have these regular Coco K sandal keychains, more keychains, more keychains. But nothing standing out to me. The ship model is here, but the ship model is $80. Or is it $90? But it's, I don't know. The cup is cute. I was hoping more cute shirts. And this is it. I don't even think this is women's. This is a cute swim shirt, but I really like the bag. It's a mini backpack, I guess, for $50. But I don't know, it doesn't say Star or anything on it. Oh, look at this shirt. It's not very cute. And then they give you raincoats. It's like a water repellent jacket. It is reversible. But here's my thing. They made this in a men's shirt, right? Very nice with the print, very tropical. You could use it for Caribbean night. And this shirt is $60. Why they didn't make it in tanks for women? Because it looks like this is what, you know. Yeah. That's gonna be tough. Anyways, I'm on to the next. I think there's something going on in Spotlight Karaoke, so let me go ahead and see. And then there's supposed to be, I think, a trivia or something like that. And then we'll see what's going on there before I move on to the next thing. Oh, music bingo is getting ready to start. Oh boy. Oh wow, it's definitely.
All right, everybody. Let me ask you, how's everybody doing today?
I didn't stay too long in the music bingo because it was already standing room only. So, but I did include a couple of clips of it starting. So if you are interested in any of these bingo shows or karaoke shows, make sure you show up at least half an hour early before the time. I need to come over to Izumi in the park because I want to get me my nice bubble waffle. And I also want to get this karage chicken that I get here. Guys, big disappointment. The ice cream machine is not working. Guess who's not getting her bubble waffle today? Here are the signature bubble waffle cones. And I walked up here thinking I'm gonna get the beach umbrella, which is vanilla ice cream, strawberry drizzle, rainbow sprinkles, and a cocktail umbrella. Yes, I was going to order it because of the umbrella. On Utopia of the Seas, I got the strawberry bliss. Actually, the beach umbrella or the beach, oh, it's on here twice. Okay, whatever. Anyways, the whole point is the ice cream machine is not working right now anyways. So guess what? I just ordered my pork gyoza dumplings and the crispy Christian crispy chicken karage for $8. So, okay, so that's it. And remember, they're gonna add gratuities on it. So the gratuities for this one was about like $2.88. So total came up to like $18 and some change. I did get the chicken karage here from Izumi. And it's basically lightly breaded fried chicken. I'll show you guys. And they serve it with a you know what? They skim me on the sauce though, I'm not gonna lie. If there is a tablespoon in here, I'll be lying. And here's the thing, this chicken karage was $8. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half pieces, because there's 2 pieces in here. You wouldn't even count them as a piece. So what is chicken karage? Let's just describe it as an Asian version of a chicken tender. How about that? With Asian dishes, the batter that they use is different from what Americans use. Their batter, that tempura batter, is lighter. So it doesn't feel so heavy. It's literally light in your mouth. And it tastes good. Let me move on to the dumplings. The dumplings are also $8. Oh wow, you get miniature dumplings. There's only 5 dumplings in here. Be warned, these are pork dumplings, okay? I do not see chicken dumplings on the menu. They look like they're lightly steamed with a little grill mark on one side. So if you do not eat pork, I would not suggest this for you. I automatically can taste the difference just in the dough itself. And I don't know, maybe because it's fresh dumplings. Because at home, obviously I'm buying frozen dumplings in the bag and I'm trying to make them in the pan myself. So the dough texture feels different. But the dough texture here is light. It's not so doughy. It's not a heavy dough. And you have good flavors coming off of it with the ginger soy sauce. I like it. So as I'm sitting here at the trellis bar, you know, can't help but look at these menus and notice that they serve lunch here from 12 to 1:30 and dinner is from 5 to 9. All right, so my first drink here at the trellis bar. I got the Buried Treasure, and let me tell you what it comes in here. Your Buried Treasure is going to have your Tito's handmade vodka, blueberry puree, cranberry juice, lime juice, and ginger beer. I haven't had anything with ginger beer yet, but we actually like ginger beer. The price for this drink is $14. If you have a drink package, it's obviously covered in the drink package. So now let's go ahead and try this. It's called the Buried Treasure. And you know me with my drinks and my colors. I'm all for the pretty colors. Hits the spot for me. A little bit of tartness from the berry. Don't taste the alcohol too much. It's lightly there, but it's not overpowering. It's very light and refreshing. It's a keeper. So I'm back here in the trellis bar and it's about 5:50. Tonight is Caribbean night. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. Since the last time we spoke, Ralph and I split up. I went back to the room to lay down for a little bit and, you know, start to kind of pack some stuff up. And it's Caribbean night tonight, so I had to make sure that I got dressed up for the Caribbean festivities. So I am back here. I'm gonna meet Ralph back here for dinner. But believe it or not, Ralph is already up in the Windjammer because the Windjammer opened at 5 o'clock for dinner. And that's just his spot. I mean, those lamb chops get to this guy. So he's up there. Once he's done, then he's gonna come and meet me here at the trellis bar. I put an order for the Chops Age burger that they have here. Let me show you. So this was the menu that I showed you guys earlier, that they do serve dinner here from 5 to 9. So I am going to try this Chops Dry Aged burger and the steak bites. Apparently the burger comes with fries already because I did try to order crispy truffle fries and she told me not to because it already comes with a lot. Here are my steak bites. Well, that is why Ralph already went to the Windjammer. This looks like a sweet and sour sauce, and no, it's actually a sweet Thai chili sauce. And this is a trellis bar signature sauce. But here are the $12 steak bites. The steak is very good. It's very moist. And the toast is not so crunchy. It basically, well, first, for one, they cut it really thin and they must butter the bejeebies out of it because when you put it in your mouth, it just melts with the steak. There's so much flavor coming out of these caramelized onions. It's so good. And this is before you even add any sauce to it. I mean, I'm a foodie. I wish there was more pieces that came in the dish, but that's how it is when you're ordering from a steakhouse. Okay, and the burger. You know what? They didn't ask me how I wanted it cooked. but it's just a regular burger. It looked like they put a strip of bacon in here. Okay, a tiny piece of bacon. All right, we'll see how it tastes. It's very lightly seasoned, a simple burger, but good. This is going to go on my list of dinner options when I'm on board any Oasis or Icon class ship.
And I want to give a shout out to the people in the cheap seats upstairs. The nosebleed section up there, they got their own bar up there and everything. Very, very good. Okay. Let's see. Who's going to be the first victim being contested here tonight for Who Wants to Feel Like a Caribbean? You look brilliant.
So guys, it is the end of the night. Sorry I didn't get a chance to record too much. I was limited as far as charging on my device. So after we had dinner over at the Trellis Bar, we went back to 1400 and hung out there for a little bit. And then I just went back to the casino or so, which it completely died down from day one into day two. And then from there, Ralph and I went to watch the How to Be a Caribbeaneer or Caribbeaneer. Anyway, it was a cute little show where they basically ask you some questions and then you have to answer. They had like 2 volunteers. I went ahead and did that. So that was an interesting show. And then they had the Royal Caribbean Royal Promenade deck party because it's Caribbean night. So a lot of music, dancing, Caribbean music. It was so much fun. It was such a vibe. All right, guys, so we're gonna end it right here and we will see you on the next adventure, whenever that will be. But in the meantime, stay tuned for more videos that'll be coming out, tips and things that we loved, things that we didn't like. Would we sail on Star of the Seas again? I'm gonna tell you yes as of right now. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you. Bye.